There's no avoiding that. Sometimes it feels like everything you've worked for crumbles in your hands. You face failure, disappointment, heartache. But here's the truth, it's not about whether or not you'll fall, it's about whether or not you'll rise. Rebuilding yourself is not just an option, it's a requirement. And it all begins with you. First, you have to acknowledge that you're broken. That might be hard to hear, but you have to be honest with yourself. You can't put together the pieces if you're pretending everything is fine. Face the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and own the reality. You failed, but guess what? You're still standing. And as long as you're standing, you've got the power to rebuild. Next, you need a vision. You can't wander aimlessly and expect to reach the top. Picture where you want to be. See yourself stronger, better, wiser. That image of your future self should be so clear that nothing can shake it. You must hold on to that vision when times get tough, because they will get tough. Here's where it gets real. You have to take responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame circumstances or other people, but that doesn't change anything. The moment you stop pointing fingers and start owning your story is the moment you get your power back. Understand this, nobody is coming to save you. You are the hero of your own journey. Now let's talk about discipline. Motivation, that's temporary. It's fleeting. Discipline is what will carry you through the days you don't feel like grinding, the nights when you want to quit. Discipline is the bridge between the person you are and the person you want to become. It's the quiet commitment to do the work even when no one is watching. And while you're on this path, be mindful of who's walking beside you. You can't rebuild with people who are tearing you down. Surround yourself with those who see your potential, even when you don't. Find people who challenge you, who push you to be better, who hold you accountable. Iron sharpens iron, and you need the right people in your corner. The grind will test you. It won't be easy, it won't be glamorous, and it definitely won't happen overnight. But if you stay committed, if you keep showing up, you'll see the results. You have to fall in love with the process of growth. Brick by brick, day by day, you'll start to see the new you take shape. Keep your faith strong. Whether that faith is in a higher power or in yourself, let it be your anchor. When the storms come, and they will come, faith will be the thing that keeps you moving forward. It's what gives you the courage to rebuild, no matter how many times life knocks you down. Never stop learning. Every setback, every failure, every challenge holds a lesson. Be humble enough to recognize that. Life is your greatest teacher. Rebuilding yourself means you're constantly evolving, constantly growing. Never become too proud to learn. Never become too comfortable to change. So now the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to rebuild? Because no matter what has happened, no matter what you've lost or how far you've fallen, the power to rise is in you. The foundation is within. It's time to pick up the pieces and create the masterpiece that is your life. Rebuild yourself. No one else can do it for you. The first step in rebuilding yourself is to face the truth, your truth. Life can hit you hard, and sometimes it feels like it's shattered you into a million pieces. There are moments when you might not recognize who you've become. You're carrying the weight of past failures, regrets, disappointments, and maybe even guilt. But you cannot move forward until you acknowledge where you are right now. It's easy to pretend everything's fine, to put on a brave face and act like nothing's wrong. We've all done it, told ourselves that if we just ignore the cracks, they'll somehow fix themselves. But that's not how healing works. You can't mend what you don't confront. You can't rebuild what you refuse to admit is broken. Acknowledging your broken pieces means taking a hard, honest look at yourself. It's not about self-pity or drowning in negativity. It's about being real with yourself. What's holding you back? What fears are you still clinging to? What areas of your life are in disarray? Maybe it's your confidence, your relationships, your purpose, whatever it is, call it out. Say it. Own it. You see, the strength to rebuild begins in that moment of recognition. You must allow yourself to be vulnerable, to admit that things didn't go the way you planned. Maybe you've made mistakes. Maybe life threw you challenges you weren't prepared for. Maybe you trusted the wrong people, missed opportunities, or took a path that led to a dead end. That's okay. But it's not okay to stay in denial, because denial keeps you stagnant. Remember, there is no shame in admitting that you're not where you want to be. It's the most courageous thing you can do. And here's the beauty of it: acknowledging that you're broken is the first step to becoming whole again. Only when you see the gaps can you fill them. Only when you recognize the wounds can you heal them. When you admit to yourself that you're not perfect, that you've been knocked down, it doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. It's in this honest reflection that your rebuilding begins. You're laying the foundation by saying, this is where I am, but it's not where I'm staying. In acknowledging your broken pieces, you give yourself permission to start over, to let go of the past, and to focus on what comes next. Because every piece that's broken can be rebuilt, but only if you're brave enough to admit that it needs to be fixed in the first place. Before you can rebuild yourself, you need to have a clear vision of where you're headed. Without vision, you're like a ship lost at sea, drifting aimlessly without a destination. You can work hard, you can push through obstacles, but if you don't know what you're working toward, what's the point? Having a clear vision gives your life direction, purpose, and meaning. Your vision is your roadmap. It's the image of the person you want to become, the life you want to live, and the goals you want to achieve. Without that picture in your mind, you'll spend your time and energy spinning in circles. You might make progress, but it won't be meaningful because you don't know where you're going. Start by asking yourself, what do I truly want? This isn't about what others expect of you or what society tells you should want. It's about what lights a fire in your soul. What does your ideal life look like? Who do you see yourself becoming in 5, 10, or 20 years? The vision should be so vivid and specific that you can see it in your mind's eye as clearly as if it were happening right now. But it's not enough to just dream about it. You have to commit to that vision. That means making it real in your everyday actions. Write it down, speak it out loud, and revisit it regularly. Let it guide your decisions and priorities. A clear vision doesn't live in your imagination, it lives in your daily choices. Now, here's the truth: your vision will be tested. There will be moments when the road gets rough, when doubt creeps in, and when you feel like giving up. But if your vision is strong, it will pull you through. It will remind you of why you started this journey in the first place. It's the light that keeps shining when everything else seems dark. When you have a clear vision, obstacles become stepping stones, not roadblocks, because you know exactly where you're going. And don't be afraid to adjust your vision as you grow. Life has a way of surprising us. What you envision today might evolve over time, and that's okay. Your purpose may expand, your goals may shift, but the key is to always have something pulling you forward. A clear vision keeps you anchored while allowing you to adapt as you grow. Having a vision also sets you apart. Most people wander through life without a clear sense of direction, letting circumstances dictate their path. But when you have a vision, you move with intention. Every step you take, every choice you make is aligned with that bigger picture. You're not just reacting to life, you're creating your life. When you wake up each morning with a clear vision in your heart and mind, it changes the way you approach everything. Your energy shifts, your mindset sharpens, and you move with purpose. You're no longer wasting time or getting distracted by things that don't matter. You're focused, driven, and determined. So, what's your vision? What's the life you're building for yourself? It's time to see it clearly. Because once you do, the path to rebuilding yourself becomes not just possible, but inevitable. If you want to rebuild yourself, the foundation starts with one thing: taking full responsibility for your life. This means owning your actions, your choices, your failures, and your successes. It's not always easy, but it's the most empowering thing you can do for yourself. Because until you accept responsibility, you're handing your power over to someone or something else. You're letting outside circumstances, other people, or even your past control your future. But here's the truth: no one else is responsible for where you are right now but you. Taking responsibility is about looking at where your life is right now and admitting that your actions have led you here. It's not about blaming yourself or feeling guilty. It's about recognizing that your choices, your mindset, and how you reacted to situations played a major role in where you've landed. Maybe things didn't go as planned. Maybe you were hurt, wronged, or betrayed. But how you responded to those moments is on you. When you take responsibility, you stop playing the victim. We all face hardships, some of them deeply unfair, painful, or unexpected, but staying in a victim mindset only keeps you stuck. It may feel comforting to blame others or external factors for where you are, but in reality, that gives them control over your life. Blame shifts your focus away from the one thing you can actually control: yourself. Taking responsibility doesn't mean that everything that happened to you is your fault. It means recognizing that even in situations beyond your control, you always have control over how you respond. Did you get back up, or did you let it break you? Did you learn from the experience, or did you let it define you? These are the hard questions you have to ask yourself. Owning your story, both the good and the bad, is how you take your power back. Maybe you've made some bad decisions in the past. We all have. But owning them means you're saying, yes, I made that choice, but I'm not that choice. I'm more than that. I can make better choices from here on. When you do that, you put yourself in the driver's seat of your life. Responsibility is also about stopping the excuses. Excuses are easy to make. I don't have the time, I'm too old, I wasn't given the same opportunities, or I can't do it because of this or that. These may be real obstacles, but they don't define your future. When you take responsibility, you stop allowing excuses to dictate your actions. You start looking for solutions instead of focusing on the problems. Taking responsibility means being accountable, not just to others, but to yourself. It's setting high standards for how you show up every day, how you pursue your goals, and how you handle setbacks. When you're accountable to yourself, you stop relying on external validation or waiting for others to motivate you. You become your own driving force. It also means embracing the idea that you're responsible for your happiness, your growth, and your success. No one else is going to do the work for you. No one else can change your mindset, your habits, or your life. Only you can. So ask yourself, are you taking responsibility for your life? Or are you waiting for someone else to step in? Are you blaming your circumstances? Or are you owning the fact that you have the power to change them? When you take responsibility, you realize that your future is in your hands. It's a liberating feeling, because no matter where you are right now, you know you can make new choices. You can create a new path. It doesn't matter where you started or what setbacks you face. What matters is where you're going, and that's up to you. The moment you stop blaming, stop making excuses, and start taking full ownership of your life, you step into your power. And that's when the real rebuilding begins. When it comes to rebuilding yourself, one of the most important lessons you can learn is this: discipline will take you further than motivation ever will. Motivation is powerful, but it's fleeting. It comes and goes like a spark. It may ignite something in you, but it doesn't last. Discipline, on the other hand, is the steady flame that keeps burning no matter how you feel, no matter what the circumstances. We've all been motivated to start a new project, to get in shape, to change our lives. In those moments, you feel unstoppable. You're excited, driven, and full of energy. But then life happens. The excitement fades. The obstacles show up. You get tired. You get discouraged. And suddenly that motivation is nowhere to be found. This is where most people give up. They rely on motivation to carry them through, but motivation is unreliable. Discipline is different. Discipline shows up whether you feel like it or not. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't want to. It's about creating habits that are non-negotiable routines that you stick to day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. When you develop discipline, you don't need to wait for the perfect moment, the right mood, or that surge of inspiration. You just do it. Think about the people who achieve extraordinary things in life: athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders. They're not always motivated. They don't wake up every day excited to train, to work, or to grind. But they have something stronger than motivation. They have discipline. They've conditioned themselves to show up and put in the work no matter what. And that's why they succeed. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. It's the difference between a short-term burst of energy and long-term consistent action. And consistency is the key to rebuilding yourself. Success, growth, and transformation don't happen overnight. They require daily effort, sometimes over months or even years. If you're only relying on motivation, you'll give up when the excitement wears off. But if you build discipline, you'll push through those hard days because you know the work must be done. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And like any muscle, it starts with small, manageable steps. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start by committing to small daily actions that move you closer to your goals. Maybe it's waking up an hour earlier to work on your dreams. Maybe it's dedicating 30 minutes a day to learning a new skill. Maybe it's sticking to a workout routine or committing to personal development. Whatever it is, make it a habit. At first, it might feel difficult, even uncomfortable. Your mind will come up with 1,000 excuses. You'll want to wait until you feel like it, but this is where discipline kicks in. You have to remind yourself that feelings are temporary, but discipline is a choice. You don't wait for the perfect moment, you create it by consistently showing up. Discipline is also about keeping your promises to yourself. When you set a goal or make a commitment, follow through. Each time you do, you build trust in yourself. You prove that you can rely on yourself, and that confidence will fuel you to keep going. On the flip side, when you break those promises, you chip away at that trust, making it harder to stay committed in the future. Developing discipline also requires eliminating distractions and temptations. Surround yourself with environments, people, and habits that support your growth. Discipline isn't just about pushing through, it's about setting yourself up for success. That might mean turning off your phone during work hours, saying no to activities that don't align with your goals, or cutting out habits that are holding you back. Another key part of discipline is embracing discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Discipline often means doing the things that are difficult, boring, or even painful in the short term, because you know they lead to long-term success. It's easy to stay comfortable, to avoid challenges, but nothing changes if nothing changes. Discipline forces you to confront those uncomfortable moments and push through them. Discipline creates freedom. It might sound counterintuitive, but the more disciplined you are, the more control you have over your life. When you have discipline, you're not at the mercy of your emotions, your circumstances, or your excuses. You become the master of your time, your energy, and your destiny. That's the real power of discipline. It gives you the ability to build the life you want, piece by piece, day by day, even when motivation isn't there to back you up. So when you're rebuilding yourself, don't just wait for motivation to strike. Cultivate discipline. Because discipline is what will carry you through the tough times, the setbacks, and the moments when you feel like giving up. Discipline is the foundation upon which lasting success is built. When you're in the process of rebuilding yourself, one of the most critical factors is who you allow into your life. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or drag you down. They can either encourage your growth or stifle it. If you want to rise, you need to surround yourself with the right people, those who inspire you, support your vision, and hold you accountable to your highest potential. Think of it like this: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Whether you realize it or not, the attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors of those around you have a profound influence on your mindset and actions. If you're constantly around people who are negative, complacent, or who don't believe in self-improvement, that energy is going to affect you. Over time, you'll start to adopt their limiting beliefs, their excuses, and their lack of ambition. But when you surround yourself with people who are driven, focused, and positive, something shifts inside you. Their energy becomes contagious. You start to think bigger, dream more, and push harder because you're in an environment that supports growth. These are the people who will challenge you when you get too comfortable, who will remind you of your goals when you feel like giving up, and who will celebrate your successes without envy. The right people are those who believe in your potential, even when you don't. They see greatness in you, and they're not afraid to call you out when you're not living up to it. They're not just your cheerleaders, they're your accountability partners. They'll tell you what you need to hear, not just what you want to hear. This is crucial, because in the process of rebuilding yourself, there will be moments of doubt, fear, and temptation to fall back into old habits. Having people around you who remind you of your strength and potential can make all the difference. At the same time, the right people are those who are also committed to their own growth. These are the ones who are walking their own path of self-improvement, who are striving for excellence in their own lives. When you surround yourself with people like this, you're in an environment of mutual growth. You feed off each other's energy, and you push each other to be better. This creates a powerful synergy, where each person's success fuels the group as a whole. But surrounding yourself with the right people doesn't just mean finding people who are successful or driven, it means finding people who align with your values. Success isn't just about external achievements, it's also about internal character. The right people are those who are not only focused on their goals, but are also grounded in integrity, kindness, and humility. They're the kind of people who lift others up, who treat others with respect, and who are genuine in their support. Another thing to remember is that sometimes in order to rebuild yourself, you may need to distance yourself from certain relationships. Not everyone in your life is meant to stay through every season of your growth. Some people may have been great for where you were, but not for where you're going. It can be hard to let go, especially if these are people you've known for a long time. But if someone is constantly draining your energy, pulling you down, or feeding you negativity, it might be time to reevaluate that relationship. You can love people from a distance and still protect your own peace and growth. Surrounding yourself with the right people also means seeking out mentors or role models, those who are where you want to be, who have the wisdom and experience to guide you. These people can offer valuable advice, share their own journeys, and help you avoid common pitfalls. A good mentor will not only teach you the skills and knowledge you need, but will also inspire you by showing what's possible. It's also important to cultivate relationships with people who have different strengths and perspectives. You don't need to be surrounded by people who are just like you. In fact, growth often happens when you're challenged by someone who sees things differently. The right people aren't always going to agree with you, but they will offer new ways of thinking that can help you expand your horizons. Be the kind of person you want to surround yourself with. Relationships are a two-way street. If you want to attract supportive, driven, and positive people into your life, you need to be that person too. Bring value to your relationships by offering support, encouragement, and accountability. Be the one who lifts others up, who believes in their potential, and who is committed to their own growth. Remember, you're rebuilding yourself into the person you want to be, and the people you allow into your life will either help build that foundation or tear it down. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who see your greatness, who challenge you to rise higher, and who inspire you to keep pushing forward. Because when you're surrounded by the right people, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Rebuilding yourself is not a glamorous process. It's not something that happens overnight or in a straight upward path. It's hard work, relentless effort, and constant dedication. This is why you need to embrace the grind. The grind is the day in, day out work that doesn't always yield immediate results, but it's necessary to achieve long-term success. It's the sweat, the hustle, the late nights, and the early mornings. It's the part of the journey that many people shy away from, but it's exactly where transformation happens. When you embrace the grind, you understand that success isn't about luck, shortcuts, or waiting for the perfect opportunity to appear. It's about consistently showing up, doing the work, and getting better even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard, and especially when you don't feel like it. It's not the big moments that make the difference, it's the small, consistent actions you take every single day. The grind requires sacrifice. It's about choosing to stay disciplined when everyone else is taking it easy. It's about saying no to distractions, turning down social invitations, and cutting out activities that don't serve your goals. It's about putting in extra hours when you'd rather relax, and pushing through fatigue when your body and mind are telling you to quit. But this is what separates those who rebuild themselves from those who remain stuck. In the grind, you have to be willing to fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. Too many people focus solely on the end result, the big goal, the final achievement. While keeping your eyes on the prize is important, it's the daily grind that will get you there. Every small win, every minor improvement, every hard-earned lesson learned in the grind adds up over time. And when you embrace that, when you learn to appreciate the struggle and see it as a necessary part of your growth, you stop waiting for the end and start thriving in the journey itself. Embracing the grind also means accepting that setbacks are part of the process. When you're working hard to rebuild yourself, you will face failures, rejections, and obstacles. Things won't always go according to plan, and progress may be slower than you'd like. But that's the nature of the grind. It tests your patience, your resilience, and your commitment. The key is to keep pushing forward, to keep grinding, even when it feels like you're not moving at all. Trust the process, because every bit of effort you put in is shaping you, molding you into the person you're becoming. Another important aspect of embracing the grind is maintaining your focus. When you're in the grind, distractions will be everywhere. You'll see other people taking shortcuts, seemingly getting ahead without putting in the same level of work. You'll be tempted to compare yourself to others, to question why your journey is taking longer or why your results aren't showing up yet. But when you embrace the grind, you understand that your journey is unique. Your path requires your own pace, and as long as you're putting in the work consistently, the results will come in time. The grind also teaches you discipline and mental toughness. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but true strength is built in those moments when you have to push through resistance. When your body is tired, when your mind is full of doubt, and when your progress feels invisible, this is when you grow. Every time you overcome that internal voice telling you to stop, every time you push through discomfort, you're building unshakable discipline and fortitude. These qualities will serve you not only in the process of rebuilding yourself, but in every area of your life. It's important to remember that embracing the grind doesn't mean working aimlessly. It's about working smart as well as working hard. Know your goals, have a plan, and make sure your daily grind aligns with your bigger vision. Consistency is key, but so is intentionality. Focus on what will move the needle in your life, whether it's developing new skills, improving your health, building better habits, or overcoming mental barriers. Embracing the grind means acknowledging that success doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's often easy to get discouraged when the rewards aren't immediate, but every bit of effort you put in contributes to your eventual breakthrough. You may not see the results today, next week, or even next month, but that doesn't mean the grind isn't working. Just like seeds planted underground, the growth happens out of sight long before you see the first sprout. The grind is where you plant those seeds, and with enough time, patience, and care, they'll blossom into something powerful. In short, embracing the grind is about understanding that the work is worth it. Every struggle, every ounce of effort, every moment of persistence is part of the process. The grind is what shapes you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the success that's on the other side. It's the bridge between who you are now and who you're becoming. And when you learn to embrace it, nothing can stop your growth. As you embark on the journey of rebuilding yourself, one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal is faith. Faith is not merely a belief in a higher power, it's an unwavering conviction in your potential, your purpose, and the possibility of a brighter future. Keeping your faith strong is essential, especially during times of hardship, uncertainty, and challenges. It acts as the anchor that keeps you grounded when the storms of life threaten to overwhelm you. Faith is a source of strength that enables you to persevere in the face of adversity. When you're striving to rebuild yourself, there will inevitably be moments of doubt. You might question your abilities, your choices, and whether you're on the right path. During these times, it's crucial to lean into your faith. Remind yourself of your past victories, of the times you've overcome obstacles, and of the strength you possess within you. This internal dialogue can reignite your belief in yourself and propel you forward, even when the road ahead seems daunting. To keep your faith strong, you must cultivate a mindset that embraces possibility. Understand that setbacks and failures are not signs of defeat, rather, they are opportunities for growth and learning. When things don't go as planned, instead of allowing negativity or despair to creep in, reaffirm your belief in your journey. Trust that every experience, good or bad, is shaping you, teaching you valuable lessons that will serve you in the future. This shift in perspective can transform your challenges into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Another vital aspect of maintaining strong faith is the practice of gratitude. When you focus on what you're thankful for, it shifts your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Gratitude helps you recognize the positive aspects of your life, even amidst struggles. Take time each day to reflect on what you appreciate, whether it's the support of loved ones, small victories, or the lessons learned from difficult experiences. This practice reinforces your faith, reminding you that there is always something to be grateful for, no matter how challenging the circumstances may seem. Surrounding yourself with positivity and support is equally important for keeping your faith strong. The people you choose to have in your life can significantly influence your mindset. Seek out those who uplift you, inspire you, and share your values. Engage in conversations that nourish your spirit and encourage your growth. When you're surrounded by individuals who believe in you and your potential, it becomes easier to maintain your faith. Their energy can serve as a powerful reminder that you are not alone in your journey. Additionally, nurturing your faith requires intentional action. It's not enough to simply believe, you must also act in alignment with that belief. Set clear goals for yourself and take actionable steps toward achieving them. Every time you take a step, no matter how small, you reinforce your faith in your ability to rebuild and transform your life. Even when you encounter obstacles, your commitment to taking action can strengthen your resolve and deepen your belief in your journey. Mindfulness and meditation can also play a crucial role in keeping your faith strong. Taking time to center yourself, breathe, and connect with your inner self allows you to quiet the noise of doubt and fear. In these moments of reflection, you can reaffirm your beliefs, visualize your goals, and reinforce your faith in the process. This practice of self-connection reminds you of your purpose and helps you navigate the ups and downs of life with greater resilience. Moreover, keep in mind that faith often requires patience. The process of rebuilding yourself is not instantaneous. It takes time, effort, and commitment. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when your faith may waver, and when progress feels slow. In these moments, remind yourself that faith is about trusting the journey, even when the destination is not yet visible. Understand that the seeds of your efforts are growing beneath the surface, and with time, they will bear fruit. Finally, embrace the power of affirmations and positive self-talk. Speak words of encouragement and belief over your life. Remind yourself of your strengths, your potential, and your capacity to achieve your goals. When you consistently affirm your faith in yourself, you reinforce a mindset that supports your growth and resilience. In conclusion, keeping your faith strong is a crucial element of rebuilding yourself. It's a guiding light that can illuminate your path even in the darkest times. By cultivating a mindset of possibility, practicing gratitude, surrounding yourself with positivity, taking intentional action, and embracing patience, you can maintain a strong sense of faith throughout your journey. Remember, it is this faith that will empower you to rise, transform, and ultimately become the person you are destined to be. Keep believing in yourself, keep pushing forward, and watch as your life unfolds in ways you never thought possible. In the journey of rebuilding yourself, one of the most crucial commitments you can make is to never stop learning. Knowledge is not a finite resource, it's an ever-expanding ocean that provides the tools, insights, and wisdom necessary for growth and transformation. When you embrace a mindset of continuous learning, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities, allowing yourself to evolve and adapt to the ever-changing landscape of life. Learning is not limited to formal education. It encompasses a broad range of experiences, observations, and interactions. Every moment of your life is an opportunity to gain knowledge. Whether it's through reading books, attending workshops, engaging in meaningful conversations, or reflecting on your own experiences, every bit of information you gather contributes to your personal growth. The key is to remain curious, to ask questions, and to seek out new perspectives. The world is full of lessons, and it's essential to be open to them. When you approach life with a learning mindset, you view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to overcome. Each setback, each failure is a valuable lesson waiting to be uncovered. Instead of allowing fear of failure to paralyze you, see it as a stepping stone toward improvement. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can this experience shape me into a better version of myself? This proactive approach allows you to extract wisdom from even the most difficult circumstances. Moreover, never stop learning means staying informed about the ever-evolving world around you. In our fast-paced society, change is constant. New technologies, ideas, and paradigms emerge regularly, and staying updated is crucial for both personal and professional success. Embrace change as a catalyst for growth, and don't shy away from expanding your skill set. Whether it's learning a new language, mastering a new technology, or diving into a new field of interest, pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone can lead to extraordinary opportunities. Another critical aspect of lifelong learning is the ability to reflect on your experiences. Take time to analyze your successes and failures alike. What worked well? What didn't? How can you apply the lessons learned to future endeavors? Reflection is an essential component of the learning process. It allows you to solidify your knowledge and gain deeper insights into yourself and your actions. Create a habit of journaling or meditating to enhance your reflective practice, allowing you to internalize what you've learned and apply it in meaningful ways. In the quest for knowledge, don't forget the importance of learning from others. Surround yourself with diverse perspectives and experiences. Engage with mentors, peers, and those who challenge your thinking. Open dialogue fosters new ideas and insights, enriching your understanding of the world. Every person you encounter has a story to share and a lesson to impart. By being receptive to the wisdom of others, you broaden your horizons and deepen your own knowledge. Additionally, cultivate a growth mindset, which is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset fosters resilience, encourages risk-taking, and promotes a love for learning. When you view challenges as opportunities to grow, you become more adaptable and better equipped to navigate life's uncertainties. Embrace the idea that you can always improve and that your journey of learning is never complete. Furthermore, take advantage of technology as a powerful resource for learning. With a vast array of online courses, webinars, podcasts, and educational platforms available, the opportunity to learn is literally at your fingertips. Whether you want to delve into personal development, acquire new professional skills, or explore hobbies, the digital landscape provides endless avenues for growth. Make it a habit to dedicate time each week to expanding your knowledge base, and you'll find that learning becomes an integral part of your daily routine. Remember that learning doesn't always have to be formal or structured. Some of life's greatest lessons come from everyday experiences, from conversations with friends to the challenges of raising a family. Embrace these moments and recognize that they contribute to your overall growth. Cultivating a mindset of curiosity allows you to extract knowledge from every situation, making every day an opportunity for learning. In conclusion, the commitment to never stop learning is a vital component of rebuilding yourself. It empowers you to embrace change, learn from experiences, and adapt to the world around you. By approaching life with an open mind, seeking knowledge from various sources, reflecting on your journey, and cultivating a growth mindset, you can continually evolve into the person you aspire to be. Remember, every moment is a chance to learn, grow, and transform. So keep that fire of curiosity alive and let it guide you on your path to becoming the best version of yourself. As we draw this journey of rebuilding yourself to a close, I want you to carry with you the powerful insights we've explored together. Remember that life is not merely a series of events, it's a dynamic journey of growth, transformation, and self-discovery. The path to rebuilding yourself is not always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. Acknowledge your broken pieces and use them as the foundation for your strength. Embrace the truth that your past experiences, both good and bad, have shaped you into who you are today. Have a clear vision for your future. This vision acts as your guiding star, illuminating the path ahead and keeping you focused on your goals. Take responsibility for your life and choices, recognizing that you hold the power to shape your destiny. Develop discipline over motivation, for motivation may waver, but discipline is what will carry you through even the toughest times. Surround yourself with the right people, those who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to become better. Embrace the grind, understanding that the journey requires hard work, persistence, and dedication. Keep your faith strong, for it is your unwavering belief in yourself that will carry you through moments of doubt and uncertainty. And above all, never stop learning. Life is a continuous classroom filled with lessons and experiences that enrich your understanding of yourself and the world around you. As you move forward, remember that rebuilding yourself is an ongoing process. It's about progress, not perfection. Embrace each step, celebrate your victories, and learn from your setbacks. With each day, you have the power to redefine who you are and who you want to become. So step into your journey with courage, commitment, and an open heart. You have everything within you to rebuild and become the extraordinary person you were meant to be. The world is waiting for you. Now go and shine your light.